So in the last lecture, we have studied about the tissues, their types, their subtypes and their examples. So as you know, the human body is consist of the four types of tissues. Those are epithelial tissues, connective tissues, muscular tissue and neural tissue. So in this chapter or this lecture, we are going to start with epithelial tissues. Epithelial tissues are basically compactly packed tissues. As they are compactly packed, there is little intercellular matrix. So as they are compactly packed, blood vessels, lymph vessels and capillaries are absent. No blood circulation, so they are known as avascular. Therefore, cells depends upon nutrients on underlying tissues. They originates first in embryonic development. They have high power of regeneration. As nerve supply is present in the epithelial tissues, as you can see, the covering of your body, that is your skin, is a type of epithelial tissue. When a layer of skin peels off, therefore you will see a white kind of tissue or white kind of structure present on your skin when the layer of skin peels off. That is nothing but the epithelial tissue. As epithelial tissue doesn't contain any blood, so you will notice it's whitish and no type of fluid like blood comes out of it. So as nerve supply is present, it is called as innervated. Now let's study about basement membrane. Basement membrane is actually basement membrane. Basement membrane is actually a thin, non-living, non-cellular membrane which is present between epithelial tissue and connective tissue. So this is what your basement membrane. It is secreted by both basement membrane is secreted by both epithelial tissue and connective tissue. It's like a boundary type between epithelial and connective tissue. Basement membrane is basically made up of three things. Those are glycoproteins, mucopolysaccharides and protein fibers. So now let's study about cell junction found in different kinds of tissues. So the first one is tight junction. So it is formed between the cells to stop their leakage of cytoplasmic matrix. So these are called as tight junction. Adhering junctions, these are actually the cementing between different kinds of cells to hold them together. It performs, that means here a specific type of material is present which holds these cells together and don't make their movement happen. Third one is gap junction. Gap junction is actually cytoplasmic connection of adjoining cells. Then it helps in rapid transfer of ions or small or big molecules. So it's like this, between two cells the cytoplasmic or plasmodesmatic connections are present. It is called as gap junction. And the last one is interdigitation. They are finger-like process of plasma membrane which enter into cytoplasm of adjoining cells. So these are finger-like process of plasma membrane which enters to cytoplasm of